Welcome to Stuff and Whiskey. I'm Erin.
I'm Josh. Thanks so much for joining us today. Welcome to the lounge. Welcome to the S&W lounge here in our home. Erin's a social sipper if you're new here. I'm more of a whiskey nerd, but we like all kinds of stuff. And today we're talking about our favorite pours that we've been enjoying lately. This is whiskey related, but it's also, as you can obviously see, not just whiskey. We're talking about all kinds of things. And we think this would be a kind of fun video to do periodically just to let you guys know what we've been enjoying.
Yeah.
And we would love to hear what you've been enjoying, whiskey-wise and otherwise, down in the comments below. So make sure to leave that down there. And while you're down there, if you do like this video in the end, give it a thumbs up. We'd really appreciate that. Think about subscribing. We do all sorts of content on Tuesdays over here, but a bunch of blind tastings on Mondays and Thursdays. So let's get into it.
Okay.
What have you been enjoying lately? What's your favorite pours lately?
Been enjoying a lot of wine.
As you do.
Because if you're new to the channel, obviously this is a whiskey channel, but when I'm not in front of a camera, I love drinking wine. That's my go-to. I don't really know much about wine. I prefer red over white. Don't know why, but I love it. So Josh poured me this Shiraz, so I'm going to drink it, and I can't wait. It's been staring at me all day.
So I get to kind of keep up with what Erin likes. If you know the channel, you know this is our dynamic here. Erin just drinks whatever I give her.
Yes.
And it's like how Ron Burgundy would just read whatever you put on the teleprompter. Erin will just drink whatever I give her. So if I have a glass of whiskey in my hand, she'll take a drink of it. If we do a lot of wine pairings, and this particular wine right here, this Stardust and Muscle Shiraz 2021 from Central Victoria, Australia. So pretty cool. We got this. It's 2025, so we're not going to the store and shopping for wine anymore. We're getting them from Naked Wines.
Y'all, subscription services are where it's at.
Subscription service. Naked Wines sent us a box of 6 wines. We got 3 reds, 3 whites.
They have all been good. And
they've been great.
I didn't know this was coming, and when Josh opened the first bottle and I tried it, I was like the happiest girl in all the land.
Yeah,
They have all been like hitters.
Here's a couple of the ones that we've got. So we got this Scott Kelly Pinot Noir. We're going to talk about these a little bit, just because we're talking about what were our favorite things lately. So this Scott Kelly Pinot Noir, we paired this with some pizza, and it was fantastic. I like a Pinot Noir with a pizza because the softness of the Pinot kind of just goes really nicely with like the acidity of a pizza. You did enjoy this Sauvignon Blanc. The Sauvignon Blanc right here as just like a nice white that wasn't too overly sweet.
Yeah.
And then we're trying that, and we're only halfway through our box. But here's the thing. When I go wine shopping, sometimes if I'm in my local store, I've asked them recommendations before, and they've given me good recommendations. With Naked Wines, you can just go on the website. You can do the whole thing. You can look around. And then, I don't know why this is, but like if I just get a bottle on a recommendation from a store, I just drink it. That's it. But with the Naked Wine subscription, we get it in, and then I start researching the bottle, and I start learning more. I don't know why it prompts me to do that. Maybe I just have so much more time because I'm not wasting time going to the store. But this stuff has been great. Do you like that, Shiraz?
I do like it.
You haven't taken a drink yet.
I've taken multiple drinks.
On video, but not before the video.
Correct.
How is it? Can I have a drink?
Yes, good.
Okay.
So Josh is currently making some spaghetti bolognese for our dinner tonight. And some of that is in the spaghetti bolognese. So we like to, when he makes that recipe, we like to pair whatever wine is in it with it. And this is going to be really good with the spaghetti tonight.
Man, that's
I'm
really
actually
good.
really excited, and I'm really hungry.
Yeah, I think the Naked Wines thing is like $40 a month. You get 6 bottles of wine. Like, you're cutting out the middleman. You get better quality products for less money.
So they sent us this actual box, but can we become a subscriber? Because that's a great deal.
Oh, we will. I don't want to go shopping for wine. I just want it to show up at my door.
And I just wanted to show up in my belly.
It's 2025. What are we doing? So, really been enjoying Naked Wines. Really been enjoying the bottles that we've gotten from them. We still have 3 more to go. I think we got a rosé that we ordered. And we also ordered, I believe...
I love a rosé on like a hot summer day.
I believe we ordered a Cabernet Sauvignon. I believe.
Okay.
I believe.
So you get to pick?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's a whole thing. Check out the website. We'll put it in the video description below. We're going to put a lot of links in the video description below for today's video because we like more than just whiskey, and kind of piggybacking off the Naked Wines thing and just the variety that we've been able to enjoy with them. I am a whiskey guy. I like low volume, easy sipping drinking. Not easy sipping, but like I like low volume. I want to pour just this usually and drink just that. However, I love pairing wines with food, which is why we've been really enjoying just getting them at our doors.
Yeah.
And Naked Wines has made that so easy. I've also been kind of getting back into my beer phase a little bit because I used to be big into craft beer back in the day.
Yeah, I remember when that was big in like the 2010, 2012 era.
Yeah, I was never really like an IPA guy or hoppy or hazy IPAs. That wasn't really my thing. I mean, I did like some Dogfish Head 60 and 90-minute IPAs. The 120 was way too overboard for me.
Okay, don't get too technical because we may not even have a bunch of beer people here.
True. But what I've been enjoying is the pocket that I've landed in recent years, which is this right here.
Two ends of the spectrum.
Yes. I really enjoy sours and things that are in that vein, like a good quality. And I also really enjoy like a stout or a porter or something like that. Put me on those ends of the spectrum. That's where I live. So what we have here, we have two different things as well as a glass of whiskey. But this right here is New Glarus, which is
the best.
a Wisconsin brewery. And this is their Wisconsin Belgian Red. If I can get this to focus, Nathan Jurgensen turned us onto this, and then Paula Schmidt brought some down for us out of Wisconsin, and Jason Crute is currently sourcing. These are all our friends that we have through our Patreon community. And things like New Glarus are only Wisconsin available. That's it. And so to have the ability through our Patreon to get our hands on bottles like this, which you can get access to if you want to join our Patreon for as little as $3 a month, and you can find that in the video description below as well. We have to have these bottles in our home.
Can I say something?
We can't not have these bottles.
Can I say something real quick? So before you go, I'm not a beer person. Like, I honestly don't really love it. It just makes me feel bloated. But this stuff, to Josh's point, we have to have this in our home because I love this stuff. Yeah. It is so good. It doesn't taste like beer. It tastes like...
It tastes like cherry.
It kind of tastes like fermented... It tastes like fermented cherry juice. Like, kind of like a kombucha almost. But like...
Yeah. Like a thick kombucha.
So good.
It says it's made with 1/2 pound of Door County cherries in every bottle. That is crazy, man.
Oh my gosh.
It's an ale... A red ale.
This is like the only beer I think I really even want to claim that I drink because I'm just not a beer girl, and that's okay. That's what I am. I've accepted that.
It's absolutely, oh my goodness. Okay, that wine's super good.
No, it is.
Really like berries and blackberry, like all the berries and black pepper.
You can't compare a beer to a wine. They're different.
I know, I agree. That's going to go great with the spaghetti tonight. Yeah. This right here, this is dessert in a glass.
This is summertime in a glass.
This is the...
Hanging out at the pool, at the lake, anything with water and warm weather.
But I
want this.
There's a heft to it that I really like for just like... It's the main... It can be the main event. It's not just like a sideline thing on a hot day. It is the main event because there's so much flavor in it. So this is very near and dear to our hearts. I want all this all the time.
Yeah. It doesn't taste like a beer. So if you're like super into like what beer tastes like, this may not be for you. But if you're like me and you're not really into beer, this, if you can get your hands on this, if you're in Wisconsin or can get it, try it, please.
Now, if you like stouts and porters, one of my go-tos always, and this should be available in almost every market, the label's I'm just noticing is all funky on this. And this is Founders Porter, KBS. Like this stuff right here is so good. And I love it. It's chocolatey, it's rich, it's dense. But we went to New Holland over the fall, like summer, fall last year, and we got some of the New Holland Dragon's Milk.
That's in Holland, Michigan.
Yes. So Holland, Michigan, New Holland has this Dragon's Milk. It's a beer barrel aged stout, 11%. It says it's got Draconis on here. Here be dragons.
Whoa, Draconis.
So, yeah.
That's like pretty intense.
This stuff right here, amazing. That's what I got in my glass right here. I got to drink both of these tonight.
Is it Draconis?
Womp, womp. Yeah, it says it right there. Where? And it's just so chocolatey and rich, and it also has a lightness. Like Guinness can just be heavy-handed, and this just feels way more balanced to me. So
can I try that? I'm not a huge stout person in general, but I would like to try that just because it's here.
Man, it's like chocolate and coffee. It's like it almost feels like I'm drinking like an alcoholic cold brew coffee that has had chocolate melted in it.
Actually, yeah.
I love this stuff.
I can see that. That's very accurate. That's just not something I want in volume.
Right.
Like 2 sips and I'm done. Like that's all I need.
I get that. And I'll drink one of these a night when I'm in the mood for it, and that's it. I don't drink more than one of either of these ever. Although this right here, I could just drink that until I literally didn't exist anymore.
Yeah, that's dangerous. We need to be careful with that. Please drink responsibly.
Okay. I want to get into the whiskey. However, I will say this is, of everything in a bottle in our home, this might be the most delicious thing that we own. That's how good that is.
Yeah.
All right. In the whiskey glass.
Maybe we can like get so much attention on them that they will distribute to like other states.
I think people have been trying on New Glarus for a long time.
Maybe Tennessee.
I don't think they're budging.
Oh, it's so good.
All right. What's in this glass right here is what I drink when we're not on the channel, and it's the same as it ever was, it ever is, and ever will be.
Can I guess? One of our barrel picks? Or a store pick?
Barrel picks in general. Whether it be a store pick, a channel pick, our pick, whatever, it doesn't matter. That's what I like drinking. If we have friends over and I want to bust out a special bottle, I mean, you can see the cabinet over there. We got a King of Kentucky, a Booker's Rye, we got Wild Turkey Generations. We got all kinds of bottles around here, some George C. Staggs. Great stuff. Russell's 15. Sharing that whiskey. For what I want to drink, when I just want a good pour, I'm reaching for a store pick or a barrel pick. I used to always go into our local store that was near our house. I knew their palates. They liked something very specific in their flavor profile. And I could always trust that their picks were good. Now that we got plugged into Whiskey Tube, I would buy other channels' picks, and then we started doing our own picks, and I just drink our picks. So what this is, and interestingly enough, this is a Dragon's Milk New Holland beer barrel-aged bourbon, single barrel, 117 proof, and this is New Holland from Michigan.
Yeah.
It's their distillate made in their 1930s still, their pot still, that has been aged 2 years in oak and then almost 3 years in a Dragon's Milk barrel. So the Dragon's Milk was aged in a bourbon barrel. That was a wet bourbon barrel that the Dragon's Milk was aged in.
And the bourbon was aged in a Dragon's Milk barrel that had been aged in bourbon.
Right. So that's what this is right here.
And this doesn't have any beer. Like, it doesn't taste like beer. There's no yeastiness to it. But it imparts...
This doesn't taste like that at all.
It does impart a different flavor to it, though. Almost in like a fruit, like a stone fruit, peaches, apricots, nectarine sort of vibe.
That's their distillate that gives it that fruity, peachy, apricot-y, nectarine thing. What this gets from the beer barrel, in my opinion, is on the finish where you get that darkness and that richness. Do you want to try this before you take a drink of wine?
Yeah.
So you get that little bit of like that, that coffee chocolate thing in here. Drink that and think about what you tasted in here on the finish. It doesn't taste the same, but there's an augmentation that happens from the beer barrel that makes this both fruity and dark at the same time. And it just works together for some reason.
I have wine on my palate.
Oh, so you're wrecked. You got all that acidity on your palate. So
I'll just go ahead and believe you.
Well, I did have a drink of the stout first before I got into this. But yeah, to me, single barrels are where it's at. It's what I love the most. They're so unique. Yeah. This particular barrel, there's only a couple hundred bottles of it. So once they're gone, they're gone. It's a slice in time. And I love that. As a whiskey nerd, I really enjoy being able to taste different expressions of different things you can't just buy on the shelf.
Yeah.
And when they're gone, they're gone. So we do barrel picks. You don't have to get our barrel picks, but if you do like our palates and you like the things that we like, it would behoove you to check out our Patreon.
Yeah.
And I actually don't know what behoove means. I think it means like it would be a credit to you or a service to you.
It doesn't matter.
It would be a service to you.
You used it correctly.
I know I did, but I don't know what it means.
It's okay.
I just realized that.
You use a lot of words that you don't know what they mean.
I'm just trying to be honest. But I can honestly tell you that we pick barrels based on our palates and what we like. And if you like what we like, then you're probably going to really like our barrel picks. And you can buy them with a fair level of confidence that you're going to like them too. And we also always try to communicate why you might not like our barrel picks, because we don't want anybody spending their hard-earned money on things that we picked and then being disappointed with them. So we take that very seriously. You can get our barrel picks through our Patreon. You can also get plugged in. Again, you want some New Glarus? We got some Wisconsin people that can maybe help you out. You want more information on some wine? We can talk about that over on Discord.
Yeah.
You want to get your hands on our barrel picks? Patreon.
Yeah.
That's where it happens.
Or
So,
international whiskey. We've got a bunch of international whiskey fans on like our Discord, so we have a whole section for international whiskey if you want to talk international stuff.
exactly. So yeah, check out the Patreon link in the video description below. Check out Naked Wines if you want wine delivered straight to your door.
Yeah, we're gonna sign up tonight.
Check out these amazing distilleries if you want to get in, or breweries rather, and distilleries.
Well, yeah.
Check them all out.
Yeah.
It'll all be in the video description below.
Yeah.
So
We'll put all the links, everything you need.
yeah, hopefully you like this. Hopefully, peeking behind the curtain a little bit, seeing what we drink when we're not just recording whiskey content.
When we're off camera, Aaron's a wino, but I don't know anything about wine, as per usual.
Yeah, and you're not getting sauced up on the wine like we.
No.
Yeah.
I just like to
We like to encourage responsible drinking around here.
Yeah.
And that is a very true statement.
I like to drink wine with my dinner.
Oh, it's wine pairings with dinners. To me, it's beer or whiskey or cocktails. When we do cocktail content, all that stuff is before dinner. Mm-hmm. Then you have your wine pairing with dinner, and then after dinner you have your aperitif. You have your glass of whiskey at the end of the night. That's what I like to do. That's
only if we go out to eat. We don't do that at home.
We do that at home. I do like a glass of whiskey after dinner sometimes.
I don't do the aperitif after dinner.
She mooches off my glass.
I'll just have a sip or two of his and I'm fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, all right. Thanks for watching. We're done here.
Okay. Be good to each other, y'all. And until next time, cheers.
Cheers. Man, this dragon's milk.
This is a problem because this and this they don't mesh, but I love them both.
No, this New Glarus is ridiculous. I'm trying to actively get our fridge full of this.
No, I'm fine with that.
Our garage fridge.
Let's stock our garage fridge with this because I will want this all summer. I don't really want it now because it's still too cold. I only want like beer in the summer. If I ever want beer, it's in the hot weather.
So good. Let me tell you something. If this ever comes to mind for me, I never don't want it.
Fair.
That's how good this is.
Fair. Yeah.
It might be the best thing in a bottle that we have in the house. Oh, I meant to mention this, guys. Sorry, if you're still watching, I said best thing in a bottle, this is in a can. This is Black Abbey. Don't stalk us, please, but we have Black Abbey, a brewery that's very near our house. And this is Krampus. This is a Bock beer that's been barrel-aged in Blue Note barrels.
Oh.
And I've been loving this.
This is what you got on Black Friday.
Yeah.
They had a sale.
It's a Black Friday Christmas season release. I bought quite a bit of this, and it is super good.
Hold on. Have you
Black Abbey's legit.
Have you tried their stout? I think it's called 44.
No.
It used to be called POTUS 44 after Obama, like President 44. But I think there were some there were some legalities that had to happen about using POTUS. So I think they just call it 44, but it's a stout. Okay. And it's like a Hawaiian influenced stout because I think Obama was from Hawaii or something. I don't know.
I'll go there for that. I love their sour. I love their lager. They got everything they have. Everything at Black Abbey's good. So if you get Black Abbey in your market, check it out.
Yeah, it's worth it. Yeah. Or if you come to Nashville and you want to try a beer, distillery is wine.
A brewery spot, yeah.
Brewery. Yeah, there we go.
They have food trucks out front. It's a great time. And here's the thing. If you're in town, let us know. We have 0 free time, so we're probably not going to be able to meet up with you.
But we can let you know cool places to go.
If on the off chance we can, let us know.
Yeah.
We'll try to meet up.
Yeah, so stuffandwhiskey@gmail.com.
Yeah, there you go. All right, now we're really out of here.
Okay, bye.
We got a lot of stuff to drink and some spaghetti to eat. So,
I'm so
cheers.
hungry.
Be good to each other.